if young people who are listening to this, in fact, बहुत लोग पूछते भी हैं, तो I don't think कि just because तुमने history पढ़ा है, तो तुम creative में कैसे आ गए? In fact, it's the other way around. I feel it's better that you have studied or been in disciplines which are not directly connected, because I feel you have a lot more richer understanding of life. अब जैसे, अरे यार उसका एग्जांपल ले लो, अपना टीवीएफ की टीम का एग्जांपल ले लो, बिस्सो, गुलानी, इतने सबने
Yes.
शोज लिखे हैं, तो सब आईआईटी से ना, तो
हाँ
पढ़ा फाइन आर्ट्स तो नहीं किया है ना, बट
हाँ
वो शो लिख पाए कॉलेज यूनिवर्स में सेट, क्योंकि उन्होंने खुद वो जिया है.
सही
They
बात
have
है.
lived that experience.
हम्म
They know what is that dynamic.
हम्म
Somebody like me, I can never write that, क्योंकि I have not lived that life. But the
हम्म
life I have lived, the college I have gone to, the cities I have grown up in, I can tell those stories.
राइट.
मैं वो बता सकता हूँ. तो ये मिसनोमर है थोड़ा कि फाइन आर्ट्स या क्रिएटिव, अगर आपने आर्ट्स लिया है तो ही आप अच्छा क्रिएटिव कर पाओगे. आई थिंक बहुत बड़ा मिसनोमर है. आई फील बेटर है अगर आपने कुछ और किया है, क्योंकि आपका
ओके.
पर्सपेक्टिव और वर्ल्ड व्यू बेटर होता है.
And I'm super excited today to host Gursimran Khamba. He is the founder of AIB, the very famous All India Bakchod. He is a scriptwriter. He currently runs a comedy consultancy business called Light at 27. But not just that. I am his big fan. I have been following AIB right from the initial days and also the days of his stand-up comic career. He is one of the biggest stand-up comics in India today. He is one of the pioneers of comedy business, and it's my honor and a privilege to host the very funny Gursimran Khamba. Hi Khamba, good evening to Cracking the Code. Welcome to Cracking
हाय,
the Code.
थैंक यू.
Good
बहुत
evening.
बहुत बहुत बढ़ा चढ़ा दिया आपने मुझे. मुझे एडजेक्टिव्स बड़े सही लगते हैं. बिगेस्ट कॉमेडियन. आई थिंक इसका ना, जैसे एक ना 6-7 साल पहले एक टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया ने लिस्ट निकाली थी, जब कॉमेडी बिजनेस बहुत छोटा होता था. उसमें लिखा
अच्छा
हुआ था टॉप 10 कॉमेडियंस ऑफ इंडिया. तब 15 कॉमेडियन होते थे गिन के. तो वो
अच्छा
जिसका भी नाम आया ना वो टॉप 10 वाली लिस्ट पे, उसने 10 साल चलाया वो, कि वन ऑफ इंडिया
अच्छा.
टॉप 10 कॉमेडियंस. तो
हाँ.
मुझे ये बिगेस्ट कॉमेडियन, ये मेरे को बड़ा मजा आता है, क्योंकि आई वांट टू नो हाउ वी डिटरमिन दिस. इज इट कॉमेडियन विद द बिगेस्ट पे चेक? इज इट कॉमेडियन विद बिगेस्ट ऑनलाइन फॉलोइंग? बहुत मजा आता है मुझे. बट सो थैंक यू, आपने सही चढ़ा दिया, मुझे मजा आया. एक्चुअली कॉमेडी एज अ करियर वाज अ वेरी वेरी नेसेंट वन. मतलब हम गिन के
हम्म
20 लोग होते थे तब. तो
हम्म
तब सप्लाई डिमांड का सिचुएशन बिल्कुल अलग होता था. नाउ ऑफ कोर्स इट्स अ
हम्म.
फुल ब्लोन इंडस्ट्री, सो इट्स अ टोटली डिफरेंट
अभी
सिचुएशन
कितने लोग
एंटायरली.
हो गए होंगे? अभी कितने लोग हो गए
अभी
होंगे?
अभी अभी तो पत्थर
100?
फेंको कॉमेडियन मिल रहे हैं.
अच्छा ऐसा क्या?
नहीं नहीं, हाँ हाँ, अब तो बहुत है. It's a really good thing because the ecosystem is very strong now. I think no,
Okay.
not 100, definitely more. A good
Okay.
300-400 comics, which is very good. Like every year, I feel every year we should be adding 100. The more comics, the more comedy in the country, I think the
Okay.
better.
Do you think it's really a great thing? Is it like the way ecosystem is building, या फिर ये एक अभी फैड चल रहा है? How do you see? Because वो था ना कि पहले गिटार था, फिर फोटोग्राफी थी, फिर सबको एंटरप्रेन्योर बनना था, और अब सब स्टैंड अप कॉमेडी कर रहे हैं. तो what's your perspective
No,
on that?
so I think there are two types. Okay, the comedy business also has two types of people. One is people who just want to be comedians, and there are some like that. There are others who, rightly so, see it as a stepping stone into being somebody else. Like जब हम स्टार्ट किए
Okay.
थे, हम सिर्फ स्टैंड अप करते थे, तो लाइव कॉमेडियंस होते थे. आई मीन, आई थिंक लाइव कॉमिक्स इज अ बेटर वर्ड.
Hmm.
Whereas now, I think, as you know already, the opportunity with your social media platforms, the ability to be a funny creator, the ability to be a creator in general is a totally different business stream. So there are some people who are funny people who are creators but are not comedians. There are comedians who are also creators, and then there are just comedians who are
Oh.
not. Like I feel like I'm slightly in my current avatar. I feel like I'm more a live comedian. I'm not a creator, because you won't see me making Instagram reels and doing characters and stuff like that. So the good
Right.
thing is that the ecosystem has really expanded, and there is
Hmm.
space for everyone as
Hmm.
a creator, as a creative person,
Hmm.
and there's space for everyone as a consumer to be
Hmm.
able to watch as well.
Let
course.
us talk about ये जो you say that you are a screen writer. तो screen writer क्या होता है? तो 2-3 मिक्स सवाल है, and answer them the way you feel like. So
Sure.
screen writer
Sure.
क्या होता है? What's a screen writer? Screen writer होने का क्या आपके कॉमिक होने पे कोई फर्क पड़ता है? Second, and then third, how do you see this business has evolved over time and what's the future like?
Okay, so screenwriters, for those in the audience who don't know, is essentially people who write scripts, screenplays, for movies, web series, TV shows, stuff like that. राइट इसमें आप फिक्शन भी कर सकते हो, जो आपको ड्रामाज, आपके सीक्रेट गेम्स और पाताल लोक एटसेट्रा. इसमें नॉन फिक्शन भी होता है, जैसे स्केच शोज, कपिल शर्मा एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा. दैट्स अ पार्ट ऑफ स्क्रीन राइटिंग. नाउ एज अ बिजनेस, राइटर बनना इज इन अ वेरी वियर्ड वे. मतलब ऑब्वियसली वो 90s वाला टाइम तो गया, जब एक्टर सेट पे आता था और जो मन करता था बोल जाते थे, और एक बच्चा बिठाया होता था और वो साइड पे ही लिख देता था. वो दिन गए. अब वो सच में था एट वन पॉइंट. The script was not given that much value, right? तभी हमारी पुरानी पिक्चरें मोस्टली बेकार ही हैं. मतलब अच्छी, obviously अच्छी हैं, but that trope is true in the sense
Right,
it wasn't say for example as streamlined or as formalized. Now अब क्या हुआ है, with the fact that you have so many content platforms, with your OTT platforms coming in, with the Hindi film industry, or most film industries actually, down south especially, a lot of it is formalized, a lot of it is institutionalized, right? So the ability to be a screenwriter now, you genuinely can be a legit screenwriter who works literally very professionally, project to project. As a profession, आपको अगर screenwriter बनना है, now I think the opportunity is a lot more. You can get professionally trained both within India and outside. For me, the possibility only opened up where I genuinely realized that I wanted to do this almost like full time about 3 years ago. 3 to 4 years ago. क्योंकि होता क्या था कि जब हम पहले जब हम करते थे एज अ कॉमेडियन, हमने स्टार्ट किया, ठीक है, तो तब हम स्केचेस लिखते थे, छोटे छोटे 5 मिनट 10 मिनट. उसमें हमारे थोड़े, हमें लगा कि यार पहले वो हम लाइव परफॉर्म करते थे, फिर हमें लगा कि नहीं, इसको ना लाइव नहीं, अब डिजिटली यूज करते हैं. जब यूट्यूब स्टार्ट हुआ था, बिफोर 4G, जब हम बैक इन द डे प्री जियो एरा, जब हम स्केचेस बनाते होते थे, तब हमने सोचा कि ओके, इन इसको, अब जो अमेरिकन ट्रेडिशन है स्केच कॉमेडी का, यूएस में इतने आपके शोज हैं पुराने, सैटरडे नाइट लाइव हो गया एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा, हमने सबने देखा. हमने कहा उस तरह को कुछ करने की कोशिश करते हैं, इंडिया में कोशिश करते हैं. तब जब हमने किया, तो वही जो हम लाइव परफॉर्म करते थे, उसको हमने स्क्रीन पे डालने की कोशिश की. तब हमें पता चला कि जो हम लाइव करते हैं और स्क्रीन पे जो करते हैं, उसमें कितना फर्क है. क्योंकि जो चीजें आप लाइव करते हो, दे डोंट डायरेक्टली ट्रांसलेट ऑन स्क्रीन. दैट्स अ टोटली डिफरेंट डिसिप्लिन. तो 3-4 साल वो करा, वो टाइप के स्केचेस लिखे, वो समझ आई. पर वो 10 मिनट के होते थे, 15 मिनट के होते थे, 20 मिनट के होते थे. वो फिल्म नहीं होती थी. वो आया, आपने देखा, आपने फोन पे देखा, आप हंसे और आप निकल गए. Then of course I started writing my first show, which is going to be released soon on Amazon. That's like a full blown 9 episodes, half an hour each, like a proper series.
Okay.
So when I started working on that, I essentially had to teach myself, and I've sucked at it in the beginning, but I have to give credit to about 3 people here. Ek Satyanshu Singh, who's also the director of Chintu Ka Birthday, who used to run AIB First Draft.
Right.
And 2 of my co-writers, Gaurav Mishra and Dhruv Narang. Dhruv wrote Sacred Games Season 2, for example. He wrote some of the episodes. Okay. So these 3 are the main colleagues who I spent the most amount of time working. इनसे जो मैंने सीखा है, obviously, hopefully I also taught them some stuff. But I give them a lot of credit, because as a team, we worked a lot and we learned a lot. And then I suddenly realized that this is a new thing, that I finally sort of unlocked that part of my brain. Now, coming to your original question, how does being a comedian connect to being a screenwriter? It's a totally different discipline entirely. Okay. If I want to be a live comedian का main काम होता है lazy होना. क्योंकि हम लेजी होने का काम करते थे कि सुबह आप क्योंकि सुबह फ्लाइट ली, किसी शहर में गए, जोक्स आपने, ऑब्वियसली जोक्स लिखने में भी टाइम लगता है, बट वंस यू राइट इट टुगेदर, once you get that thing going, then it's about performing and getting better at performing, right. Adding new tricks, adding new material. But it's a different type of setup. Mentally, you are using a different muscle, because you are going on stage, you are interacting with the audience. तुम जो बोल रहे हो, immediately response आ रहा है. It's a very different muscle. Screenwriting is a totally different beast. It takes a lot more time. It's a lot more time. आपको अगर 9 एपिसोड लिखना है, आपको लगता है 6-8 महीना नॉन स्टॉप. स्टैंड अप का भी 1 घंटा लिखने में लगता है उतना, उससे भी ज्यादा ही लगता है इनफैक्ट. but the muscles that you're using are totally different, right? Because when you're doing stand up, you are being yourself. Somewhere you are your own person, you are playing an exaggerated version of yourself on stage. Here you are creating an entire new universe. You are creating entirely new characters. You are making them speak different ways. You are making them interact and trying to, logically follow a story. You are inhabiting a new universe.
Right.
You are not yourself. So it's a very different muscle. So I feel जो मैंने अपना पहला Amazon show लिखा था उसमें इतना सीखने को मिला, and suddenly this one more part of my brain I felt unlocked कि यार okay, this also is a possibility. So that's why most of my time now, and I really enjoy it a lot more, because, and that's a very individual choice, but that's essentially what I do now along with comedy. मेरे को ना दोनों चीजें बहुत काम आती हैं, because जो आपकी स्क्रीन राइटिंग वाली टेंशन होती है वो आप कॉमेडी में निकाल देते हो, और जो आप ये वाला कॉमेडी वाला मसल यूज करते हो वो कभी कभी उसमें काम आ जाता है. तो
जब आपका बैकग्राउंड हिस्ट्री भी पढ़ा तो यू आर नॉट समवन जिसका फिल्म इंक्लिनेशन या राइटिंग इंक्लिनेशन या मे बी लेट अस से थिएटर बैकग्राउंड, इस तरह कुछ बैकग्राउंड है. So how come you all of a sudden went into the comedy and all into this thing, considering again you're from Delhi and not from Mumbai, right? So वो क्या जर्नी था? Let's talk about that.
जब स्टैंड अप स्टार्ट हुआ था, जब मैंने स्टार्ट किया था, तब तो लाइक यू सेड करेक्टली इंडस्ट्री थी नहीं. तो दिल्ली में इन 2000 आई थिंक 9 की बात है. There's a really good friend of mine who's also a comedian, Rajneesh Kapoor नाम है उसका. He's based out of Delhi. He had started organizing these open mics. तो उन्होंने कहा कि यार लोग, तब मैं थोड़ा ना फ्रीलांस राइटिंग वगैरह करता था मैगजीन्स वगैरह के लिए. तो उसने कहा कि यार कौन फनी लोग हैं जिनको मैं जानता हूँ. उसने तब फेसबुक तो बहुत लोग यूज करते थे, तो तब उसने फेसबुक पे लोगों ने टैग करने लग गया. तो कहता कोई भी जो फनी है ना आ जाओ इस रेस्टोरेंट में. उसने बुकिंग करी हुई थी और यहाँ पे आके 3-3, 4-4 मिनट जोक सुनाना, और ये हम कंपटीशन करेंगे, और टॉप प्राइस था 2000 रुपए. तो मैं भी चला गया, और पहली बारी जब किया तो 1-2 जोक्स तब हमने ट्विटर वगैरह पे ट्राई किए हुए थे, मतलब वन लाइनर्स. तो वो ट्विटर के इनोसेंट दिनों में तो वही मैंने जाके बस बोल दिए. बहुत खराब डिलीवरी, मतलब इतना कुछ अच्छा था नहीं, बट हो गया. मतलब दैट वाज अ रियली फन एक्सपीरियंस, बिकॉज़ that's the first time you sort of did something live and आपको immediately response आया. So I am not from theater at all. Most stand-up comics aren't exactly. I think if you are from that background, if you want to be an actor, I think it definitely helps, because you are so much better, because you can be a lot more. You can play characters, do 100 things. I wasn't like that, but for me also my persona and my style wasn't like that. Just type का stand up मैं करता हूँ is not very physical. It's not very loud, all jumping all over the place. It's very stand and deliver kind of a format. So I'm not from that, and I don't think होना भी चाहिए. So for if young people who are listening to this, in fact बहुत लोग पूछते भी हैं, तो I don't think कि just because तुमने history पढ़ा है तो तुम creative में कैसे आ गए. In fact, it's the other way around. I feel it's better that you have studied or been in disciplines which are not directly connected, because I feel you have a lot more richer understanding of life. अब जैसे अरे यार उसका एग्जांपल ले लो, अपना टीवीएफ की टीम का एग्जांपल ले लो, बिस्सो, गुलानी, इतने सबने शोज लिखे हैं, तो सब आईआईटी से ना. तो पढ़ा फाइन आर्ट्स तो नहीं किया है ना, बट वो शो लिख पाए कॉलेज यूनिवर्स में सेट, क्योंकि उन्होंने खुद वो जिया है. They have lived that experience. They know what is that dynamic. Somebody like me, I can never write that, because I have not lived that life. But the life I have lived, the college I have gone to, the cities I have grown up in, I can tell those stories.
Right.
मैं वो बता सकता हूँ. तो ये मिसनोमर है थोड़ा कि फाइन आर्ट्स या क्रिएटिव, अगर आपने आर्ट्स लिया है तो ही आप अच्छा क्रिएटिव कर पाओगे. आई थिंक बहुत बड़ा मिसनोमर है. आई फील बेटर है अगर आपने कुछ और किया, क्योंकि आपका पर्सपेक्टिव और वर्ल्ड व्यू बेटर होता है.
On a lighter note, is this the reason why TVF content and AIB content, because both of you were the pioneers of this universe technically, was so different that AIB's was little raw, wherein and more on the face, wherein TVF was more family and that kind of a thing? Was it because of the background of the founders?
Because I feel, like I said earlier, different worldview, different environment. Like we always thought of stuff from a stand-up perspective, from a live stage perspective, which we can translate on screen, because we were not. I mean, तन्मय ने लिखे थे टीवी शोज वगैरह, हमने भी कुछ टीवी का किया था, but we were not full-blown screenwriters.
Right.
हमने स्टार्ट नहीं किया था. We were still we were writing sketch in a totally different way.
Hmm.
And then the other thing also is, I think there on the Indian internet back in the day also there used to be always this debate of कि how much do you dumb it down, how much do you play to your audience. तो जो मैं बता रहा था ना, पता नहीं किसने बोली थी, एक बंदे ने बोला था, उसने कहा था कि AIB वाले TVF बनना चाहते हैं, TVF वाले AIB बनना चाहते हैं, because they were trying to Englishify their content a little bit and we were trying to Hindify our content a little bit.
Right.
तो मेरे को बहुत हंसी आई थी किसी ने बोला था जब, but like you said, you can only write what you know, or you can only I mean, obviously you can learn and sort of write what you don't know either, but the inherent approach that you have towards life and how that will translate into content will only be basis your growing up things, right? मेरे को, मैं पंजाब में पला बड़ा हूं तो मुझे पता है, मेरे को वो I can tell those stories more authentically.
Right.
मैं I can't tell a story set in Chennai of an authentic experience of somebody who's born and brought up there, right? Obviously I can't. तो जो तुम्हारा world view है तुम वही बताओगे. And even if I try, I will not do as good a job as somebody perhaps from there. At least in the first go, at least in the beginning of my career. Maybe once 10 years later, when my skills are much more advanced and 100 things I can do better, then maybe I can potentially try and attempt that. अभी तो मैं attempt ही नहीं करूँगा.
Other than the personal experience that you have, what all other skills you need to be into the screenwriting and comedy business?
अगर तुम्हें कल content creator बनना है, तो literally उसमें I don't know what skill, for example, you need per se. You just need to be funny. Like hundreds of content creators exist right now, and it's really your worldview, your sense of humor. You know, अब 50 लोग बना चुके हैं types of Delhi Boys, types of this thing. Everybody's making it, but they're making it differently. They're making it from their point of view. So content creation, I still think, is slightly different in the sense the building blocks always have to be what is your opinion, what do you want to create, what that you want to put out in the world. And then of course there are some technical elements of this, which are totally different, which is, you know, if you have to be, you know, if you're a good editor, this is of course if you can't hire someone, you have to be a good editor, have to get somebody who's good at graphics, have to sort of package it well. वो भी जरूरत नहीं है, honestly. I mean, भुवन का एग्जाम्पल देख लो. अब भुवन इज द मोस्ट रॉ क्रिएटर ऑन द प्लेनेट. ना उसने कोई एडिटर लिया, ना उसने कोई कुछ किया, वो खुद ही करता है सब कुछ. So the basic, so before going into the technical stuff also, I think the main thing you need to do is your point of view, which is unique, which you feel is unique, which nobody else is putting out there. Persistence. कितने examples हैं हमारे पास, whether it's, I mean, Be Unique, you know, he's such a good channel. He's been some of the most persistent guys who really are putting content out there. So, and with time, obviously, they've grown and built more stuff. So the main thing for me, I think, outside of the technical stuff, is your unique point of view and persistence to be able to create. I think those are the two most important things. Okay. For screenwriters, it's a different skill set. Again, I'm not going to go into the technical aspects of how do you format screenplays and kaun sa software use karo, wo jana hai to wo bhi kar sakte hain. But the main thing needs to be the ability to understand, at least if I were to start, at least to understand story structure and a 3-act structure, right? The advantage is that screenplays को लेके इतनी सारी books हैं, इतना सारा resource material available है YouTube पे free, right? इतने सारे, just by watching movies, just by doing 100 things, you know, you can become a better screenwriter. So
absolutely.
If I were to say what skills you need, I think it's similar to being a content creator. You need to have a story that you want to tell authentically. You need to have patience and persistence to tell that story. क्योंकि एक चीज और फर्क है जो content creation और screenwriting में, is like content creation almost like live stand-up, right? आपको immediate feedback है. आपने आज वीडियो बनाया, रात तक पता चल जाएगा आपको. आपने कल वीडियो बनाया, रात तक पता चलेगा. वीडियो फटा, फेमस, ये इनफैक्ट ये अलग पॉइंट है, बट आज की डेट में लोग कंटेंट क्रिएटर बाद में बनना चाहते हैं, फेमस पहले होना चाहते हैं. हाँ. तो सही बात है ना, तो वो प्रोसेस रिवर्स हो गया. यू नीड टू बी इन लव विद द प्रोसेस. ये मैं बार बार बोलता हूँ सबको, यू नीड टू बी इन लव विद द प्रोसेस ऑफ क्रिएशन. इफ यू लव द प्रोसेस ऑफ क्रिएशन, 1 साल नहीं लगा, 2 साल नहीं लगा, 3 साल नहीं लगा, कभी ना कभी इट विल हैपन फॉर यू. स्क्रीन राइटिंग अगेन टोटली डिफरेंट सिचुएशन है. स्क्रीन राइटिंग में 6 महीने लगे आपको स्क्रिप्ट लिखने में, फिर आप पिच करोगे, फिर आप एक्टर लगाओगे, फिर आप डायरेक्टर जोड़ोगे, फिर 3 महीने में शूट करोगे, फिर एडिट होगी. सिंस द डे यू स्टार्ट राइटिंग इट टिल द टाइम यू सी इट ऑन स्क्रीन 2-3 साल लग जाता है, जो हम हर एक फ्राइडे में 1 घंटे में ट्रेलर देख के बोल देते हैं कि यार मजा नहीं आया, है ना.
सही बात है.
तो है ना. अब
Right,
उसके पीछे 3 साल की उसके पीछे 3 साल की 300 लोगों की मेहनत है, जो 3 सेकंड में डिसमिस कर देते हैं. तो स्क्रीन राइटर बनना है तो वो मसल बिल्कुल अलग है कि यू नीड टू नो, यू नीड टू लव द स्टोरी इनफ टू बी विद इट फॉर 3 years. वो कंटेंट क्रिएटर में नहीं है. कंटेंट क्रिएटर आपने सुबह वीडियो निकाला, मजा नहीं आया, डिलीट कर दे, कुछ नहीं होता, कल एक और करते हैं, अगले हफ्ते और करते हैं. द क्रिएशन एंड द रिवॉर्ड इज क्विक.
राइट.
स्क्रीन राइटिंग क्रिएशन एंड रिवॉर्ड आर नोवेयर क्लोज. पैसा भी बहुत कम है स्क्रीन राइटिंग में. मैं लोगों के लिए बोल दूं जो सोच रहे हैं कि इफ दे कैन मेक अ लिविंग, यू नीड टू नो दैट कंटेंट क्रिएशन और इन्फ्लुएंसर बनने में बहुत पैसा है. तो आज की डेट में सबको इन्फ्लुएंसर बनना है, और क्योंकि है बनना भी चाहिए, पैसा बहुत है,
पैसा है. सही बात
एक्सेट्रा.
है.
Screen writers, to be a good screenwriter, you not beyond the point, you are not going to be some crazy gazillionaire. You are not going to have like a shit ton of money unless you turn that into becoming a director. Then you can still you can still make a lot more money. But you need to also be aware of that कि आपका एक screenwriter का lifestyle एक level तक का होता है. अगर आपको उससे ज्यादा चाहिए, maybe then figure something else out or create a bigger ecosystem or do something else. तो those are the essential differences on the surface level.
कितना इंपॉर्टेंट है इस पूरी इक्वेशन में टैलेंट का रोल?
नहीं, बहुत ज्यादा है, पर आई थिंक परसिस्टेंस से ज्यादा नहीं है. आई थिंक if I feel, I might be wrong. See, if you're the worst, if you have absolutely zero talent, आपने वाहियात वीडियो बनाया, पर आप लोगों से फीडबैक ले लेके मेहनत कर करके आप खुद समझ जाओगे कि ये जम रहा है, ये नहीं जम रहा है, लोगों को ये पसंद आ रहा है, ये पसंद नहीं आ रहा है, मेरी ये स्ट्रेंथ है, मेरी ये स्ट्रेंथ नहीं है. There are a lot of comedians who are not naturally funny people. Right. There are a lot of comics you will meet who are not कि हर सेकंड में तुम्हारे को जोक पे जोक दे रहा है. नहीं, because comedian बनने के लिए भी there is a discipline. You need to be able to analyze things in an interesting way. You need to be able to find the observation which other people cannot find. Right. You need to be able to see what everybody else is living the same life, but only you are being able to find that pattern, or you are being able to find that nuance. So beyond the point, I feel you can still be taught, you can still teach yourself to be funny or funnier. There are, I won't name names, but there's a bunch of comics who I am so impressed with, who are not like the sharpest from a फटाफट आपको जवाब दे देंगे, but pure मेहनत, pure persistence, सीख के करके स्टेज पे जाके बॉम्ब हो के बेइज्जती करा के अलग अलग ऑडियंस के सामने सीख जाता है आदमी. अच्छा. तो persistence, persistent, I can't name names, but persistence still pays more. Persistence still pays more than talent. If you are naturally, because कितने लोग हैं यार जो, and you will have known this as well, if you are talented but you're not persistent, nobody cares. You are just, कितने लोग हैं जो super talented लोग हैं जो मौका गवा देते हैं या मेहनत नहीं करते. कोविड, कोरोना,
तो उसने आपकी इंडस्ट्री को कैसे इम्पैक्ट किया, तो हम उस बारे में बात करेंगे थोड़ा सा. सो हाउ द इंडस्ट्री हैज इवॉल्व्ड इन जनरल, लेट्स टॉक अबाउट दैट फर्स्ट.
So, okay, I think the biggest impact, like most other industries, and I'm talking especially in the film business, we are still fine. मतलब हम फिर भी रोते हैं कि oh no, 6 महीने में शो नहीं हुआ, पैसे नहीं कमाए, blah blah blah. सबसे ज्यादा इम्पैक्ट सर हुआ है जो आपका डेली वेज अर्नर था इंडस्ट्री के अंदर. जो आदमी को आप नहीं देखते हो ना स्क्रीन पे, जो पीछे लाइट बॉय है, जो साउंड असिस्टेंट है, जो सेट कर रहा है डिजाइन, जो कॉस्ट्यूम पर्सन है, जो आपका स्पॉट दादा है, जो सारे हिडन लोग होते हैं ना, जिनके कारण आपको जो कंटेंट देखने को मिलता है, सबसे ज्यादा इम्पैक्ट उनके साथ हुआ है. उसके लिए आई थिंक वन ऑफ द बेस्ट थिंग्स दैट हैज हैपेंड इज कॉम्यून, जो रोशन अब्बास सर जो हेड करते हैं, कॉम्यून हैज डन, एंड वी वर आल्सो पार्टिसिपेटिंग इन द लाइव स्ट्रीम. दे हैव सेट अप अ स्पेसिफिक फंड जस्ट टू बी एबल टू हेल्प people from the industry, especially daily wage workers who have been impacted the most. तो सबसे ज्यादा इम्पैक्ट तो सर वहां हुआ है, विदाउट क्वेश्चन. बिकॉज टीवी शोज देख लो, फॉर एग्जाम्पल इंडिया में टीवी शोज इंटरनेशनल टीवी शोज की तरह नहीं है, ठीक है. तो अगर 3 महीने टीवी नहीं प्रोड्यूस हुआ, तो look at the number of lives that are affected.
Absolutely.
Now
सही
अभी
बात
क्या हुआ, and events business is the same. लाइव इवेंट्स तो बंद ही हो गया, चाहे वो कॉन्सर्ट्स हो, चाहे स्टैंड अप हो, चाहे कितनी एनी लाइव इवेंट, राइट. तो सबसे ज्यादा इम्पैक्ट सर उनको आया. वियर्डली इनफ, इन अ वेरी स्ट्रेंज वे, फॉर समबडी लाइक मी, द लॉकडाउन हैज बीन वन ऑफ द बेस्ट थिंग्स, बिकॉज आई हैव गॉटन 5 months to without distractions to just write.
Right.
So if you ask a writer, if you ask a screenwriter, not a comedian, if you ask a screenwriter कि बेस्ट लॉकडाउन कैसा गया है, मोस्टली दे विल से रियली गुड, क्योंकि जो 3 पुरानी पेंडिंग स्क्रिप्ट पड़ी थी जो डे टू डे काम के कारण खत्म नहीं हो रही थी, वो खत्म हो गई है.
ओके.
एंड एक्टर्स भी स्ट्रेस हो, क्योंकि एक्टर्स को अब 10 स्क्रिप्ट आ गया हाथ में कि भैया चूज करो. किसी को नहीं पता शूट कब स्टार्ट होगा, किसी को नहीं पता शूट कब स्टार्ट होगा, पर राइटिंग खत्म हो रही है सबकी. तो फॉर मी इट्स वियर्डली इनफ इट्स बीन वेरी गुड, बिकॉज आई हैव बीन फुल्ली प्रोडक्टिव. I have no other distractions. I get to do what I love the most. घर बैठो. राइटर्स को वैसे घर बैठने की आदत है, हम बाहर निकलते ही नहीं ज्यादा. मैं भी एज अ कॉमेडियन सुबह दिन में लिख रहा होता था, रात को शो करके आए, वापस आगे सो गए, वो लाइफ होती थी. तो कुछ बदला नहीं है, बस रात को 2 घंटा चेंज हो गया. लिखने वाला काम कुछ नहीं बदला है, सेम है. सो how it will impact, I am also hoping, honestly nobody has the answers. I will be very shocked if somebody has the answers. Right. Some shoots are also already starting to happen. TV shows shoot hone lag gaye hain Bombay mein. Right. Lot of shoots, people are going to different states. I am a little still honestly 50-50, kyunki partly I also feel ki yaar you shouldn't be engaging in behavior where tum dusre state mein jaake tumhare chakkar mein cases aur badh jaye. But at the same time it's one of those situations where it is also becoming finally a source of livelihood. There are so many people who've been out of work for the last 4-5 months, especially people who are on the production side, जो shoot कर रहे हैं, makeup people, costume people, the same people who spoke about. So slowly I think start हो रहा है, जितना sanitize करके, जितना वो SOPs follow करके जो central government ने दिए हैं, उससे जितना improve होएगा, better ही है सबके लिए. But what long-term consequences there will be, I don't know. For example, I mean, I can tell you my own, like right now when we सिंपल एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ, एज अ स्क्रीन राइटर तुम पिक्चर लिखते हो हॉल थिएटर के लिए कि ये थिएट्रिकल मूवी है, तो तुम जगह देते हो कि भाई 4 गाने आएंगे, ठीक है, 4 गाने आएंगे, एक गाना इधर आएगा, एक गाना इधर आएगा, इधर आएगा, इधर. अब पता ही नहीं अब गाने डाले ना डाले.
वेरी
अगर ओटीटी पे जाएगी तो 2.5 घंटे की तो नहीं हो सकती, क्योंकि 2.5 घंटे कौन देखता है.
सही बात है
ना. आप तो स्किप करके कर रहे हो, तो छोटा करो, 2 घंटे से कम का करो. तो थोड़ा अभी क्या होगा, स्पेशली ऑन अ मूवी बिजनेस साइड ऑल्सो, एज अ राइटर ऑल्सो, मतलब हर लेवल पे इम्पैक्ट हुआ. एंड दीज आर ऑनेस्टली दीज आर वेरी स्टूपिड एंड इजी प्रॉब्लम्स. मतलब मेरे को क्या है, मेरे को 2 मिनट लगेगा कि ये हटाओ. The bigger problem obviously is on an overall business front. Like what happens to theaters? What happens to people connected with the business? What happens to their livelihoods? ये answers
हाँ, ये हमारे पास ऑफ कोर्स नहीं है. हाँ, किसी के पास भी नहीं है. हाँ, we just hope कि things go correct. Right, absolutely right. What's the advice? What's the entry input you think अब कैसे change होगा comedy business, screenwriting business आगे चल के? आपको क्या लगता है? Especially from the point of view of somebody fresher. आज किसी ने सोचा यार comedy में आता है, 18 साल का लड़का है, 16 साल का लड़का है. Once you get into, what advice do you give them?
I feel right now it's smarter for a young person to look at themselves as a creator and not just a live comedian, how we started. Okay. It's important for them to be able to figure out, how do I utilize my social media, how do I do stuff on Instagram, how do I make myself visible. ये बहुत funny है मेरे से आते हुए, क्योंकि मैं इसमें बहुत कम time spend करता हूँ. But actually that's the advice I would give anybody, that it's important to be a creator, not just a live comedian. At the very least, it's important to have a YouTube presence from the point of view of putting your material out and stuff like that. The advantage of Zoom, even though अब जैसे मैंने भी I think अभी 12-14 Zoom शो कर लिए होंगे पिछले 3 महीने में, but पहले 4 शो तो मेरे को ही लग गया समझ आने में कि कैसे होएगा. Every comedian was learning, right? So I'm sure कुछ लोग गए होंगे कि यार ये तो बहुत ही खराब था, ये मैंने पैसे वेस्ट कर दिए. हुआ होगा, I'm 100% sure. For us also it was a totally different experience. हमने नहीं किया पहले. But the audience is very forgiving because they realize that everybody is in a new, unprecedented circumstance, which is also great for young kids coming in right now who want to test jokes, because suddenly your market is
Oh.
fully open. You are not limited by the city. पहले होता था कि
Hmm.
जैसे भुवनेश्वर गए तो भुवनेश्वर में कॉमेडियंस बोल रहे हैं कि यार यहाँ पे ओपन माइक ना महीने में सिर्फ 3 होती हैं, तो प्रैक्टिस करने का टाइम नहीं मिलता. अब वो एक्सक्यूज ही नहीं है. अब तो हर रात जूम पे शो हो रहा है. तो
सही
यू आर
बात
नॉट
है, हाँ.
लिमिटेड कि मेरे शहर में शो नहीं हो रहा. अब तो कोई
हाँ.
प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं है, करो.
हाँ.
अब क्या प्रॉब्लम है? So,
हाँ.
in a very interesting way, it has also made it a lot easier for somebody who wants to come in, because now you're not limited by geographical boundaries. For screenwriters, it's different in the sense कि screenwriting में you are not you are only one part of the process.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Your work is to be your work is then assessed by director, production,
Mm-hmm.
actors. They will interpret it.
Hmm.
You are a part of a machine.
Hmm.
When you're a comedian or a content creator, it's just you. मैं बोल रहा हूँ सीधा ऑडियंस के साथ. तो वो स्किल सेट स्क्रीन राइटर बनने के लिए तो इट वाज नेवर, इट इज एनीवे राइट नाउ आई फील अ गोल्डन पीरियड अगर तुम
Okay.
इंडिया में स्क्रीन राइटर बनना चाहते हो, बिकॉज फाइनली सब कुछ इंस्टीट्यूशनलाइज हो गया है. देयर आर
Right.
सो मेनी टैलेंट एजेंसीज, देयर इज सो मच वर्क हैपनिंग across platforms,
Okay.
so much stuff being made. So मेरी एडवाइस तो सेम है. And unfortunately, like everybody, like even for somebody like me, I've had limited capacity, so I've not been able to take on more people than as I would like to. But it's the best time if you're a fresher or if you haven't learned to join somebody as a writer's assistant, right?
Okay.
Approach. So screenwriters have ये एक hack बता रहा हूँ मैं. So India में ये culture थोड़ा कम है, पर internationally तो खैर बहुत ही easiest recognize है. There is a thing called a writer's assistant. So it's sort of like a assistant type role only, but the main job is for this person to essentially take notes, to write out what the writers are saying, but at the same time
Okay.
also contribute to the process, contribute to the discussion. अब वो जो स्क्रीन राइटर हेड राइटर है उसके ऊपर है कि वो तुम्हारे को कितना सीरियसली लेता है या तुम्हारे आइडियाज कैसे लेता है, बट इट्स अ वेरी डेमोक्रेटिक मीडियम. The idea is that the whole room does not necessarily at that particular point of time spend all their time just the physicality of writing. But if you're a fresher, if you've never done this before, if you don't know how to sit and behave in a room, if you don't know कि ego clashes क्या चल रहे हैं, dynamics क्या है, politics क्या है, होता ही है हर room में. So that's the best way to get in. If you love a screenwriter, write to them saying, "Can I become your writer's assistant? Can I be a part of your room?" उसमें आप सीख जाओगे. दो आप एक प्रोसेस फॉलो करोगे ना 8 महीने में, and these are paid positions. They're not great paid. I mean, anyway, writers are not great paid, but this like a full-time internship, and you will learn everything you can. उसमें आपको समझ आ जाएगी. Simultaneously आप अपना स्किल डेवलप करते रहो. अगर आपके कोई आइडियाज हैं आप उन पे काम करते रहो. रिसोर्सेज जितने आपको यूज करने रिसोर्सेज यूज करते रहो. नेटवर्क बनाओ अपना. तो दैट्स द एडवाइस आई वुड गिव इफ यू आर अ कंप्लीट फ्रेशर. और go into the other side. Go join a production company and learn how things work on the production end. But that does not help writing that much, but तुम्हें process समझ आ जाता है कि ऐसे शूट होता है, इतने लोग लगते हैं, इतना पैसा खर्च होता है, इतना टाइम लगता है. बहुत बहुत काम आता है वो एज अ राइटर. काम मतलब एज अ स्क्रीन राइटर तुम्हें ना बहुत आसान है. तुमने लिख दिया कि भाई वो मेरा हीरो है, वो पहाड़ से गिर रहा है, उसके पीछे 4 हेलीकॉप्टर आ रहे हैं. अब जब तुम प्रोडक्शन में जाओगे तो पता चल जाएगा ना कि एक हेलीकॉप्टर कितने का आता है. तो अपने आप एज अ राइटर पता चल जाएगा भाई पहाड़ से हटा के ना इसको ऐसे सड़क पे भगा देते हैं. तो सड़क पे भाग लेगा, एक बाइक आ जाएगा. तो वो सीख जाते हो तुम. इंडियन बजट समझ आ जाता तुम.
It's a good hack. What is Light at the rate 27? Let's talk about it.
This is Light 27. I started last year. It's my company where essentially we, like you mentioned, it's a comedy consulting company, but we specifically are a writer's workshop. And when I say workshop, I mean like a writing shop, which we create original ideas for shows, both fiction and non-fiction, both film and for OTT in-house. And we also take on a lot of commissioned work. There are two types. One is we create our own film ideas, own show ideas, and then we take them to market, specifically focused at comedy. The other is we take on commissioned work, where if somebody wants to create a show specifically which is in the comedy zone, they come to us कि ये हमारा concept है. Can you write this out for us? That's one thing we do. We also develop a lot of other ideas and properties and IPs in anything connected to comedy in, say, for example, the audio space. So whether it's podcasts, whether it's non-fiction. So that's essentially what we do. The problem is कि people will only see this. अभी वो lockdown start हो गया, नहीं तो hopefully हम अभी shoots में भी होते, but people will only see this a year from now.
So let's move on to the most exciting part that I want to talk about. Let's talk a bit about AIB, right? So because I think that was the biggest highlight of, at least till now, what you guys have done. This was one of the biggest
Correct.
highlights, which gave you all the name and fame and everything. So give us a couple of background stories behind AIB. And of course, I know I've read, and a lot of people do not know that you started as a podcast, then went to Royal Turds, and then finally created a company. And I read that you were signing pretty big checks with all like Swiggy's and Zomatos of the world.
Yeah.
So
we were.
You were, right?
Swiggy, not Zomato. In fact, that's a very interesting. A lot of learnings from the point of view of what we did at AIB, which was really cool. One was, and that's another one of the reasons, the differences, for example, when people said, na, ki, what is the different path that you took, say, for example, to a TVF. So we were very clear that we were creators first and we were comedians first. So, for example, we decided to actively, essentially self-fund. A lot of the company was funded through brand work and brand videos, which we did on the back of the stuff that we used to do on YouTube. So almost on some level, early days of influencer marketing. But the idea was to be able to create really cool content, which was one of a kind, which was like biggish scale, and not necessarily web series kind of stuff, because हम वो नहीं कर रहे थे. तो हम usually one off कर रहे थे या फिर series type के format में कर रहे थे. So we were mostly advertiser driven. But I think the most fulfilling, or one of the most fulfilling things to do was, I think, to produce Chintu Ka Birthday. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's on ZEE5. It's been streaming on ZEE5.
Yeah.
Because working with Satyanshu and Devanshu, who wrote and directed it, it is also till date, like, it's one of my most cherished friendships and partnerships, and somebody I implicitly trust. He helped me immeasurably when I was writing my own show for Amazon. And to be able to do, and wo maza isliye bhi aaya tha because nobody expected a movie like that from us.
Right.
So it's always fun to subvert the audience's expectations. Because हमारे को जब कोई मूवी वगैरह भी ऑफर होती थी ना बैक इन द डे, तो ऐसी होती थी कि वो 4 बच्चे हैं और फिर वो ड्रग्स होगा और फिर ये, एंड वी वर लाइक, बट दिस इज नॉट, मतलब दिस इज नॉट अ थिंग, आई डोंट नो व्हाई. या फिर वो होता ना, अगर कोई हमसे ऐसे नॉर्मल डे टू डे लाइफ में बात करता था, फिर वो कहते थे, यार तुमने तो मतलब 1 घंटे में गाली नहीं दी, क्या हो गया? मतलब ऐसे थोड़ी कैजुअली थोड़ी हम लगे रहते बस लोगों को गालियां देने. So that was one of the most fun things to do, and a lot of those learnings are what I'm sort of using now in Lighter 27 as well, because now that I've been a part of that screenwriting process, but also that production process, in terms of seeing, how those association moves and how those partnerships move, that was fantastic. First draft, again, something that Satyanshu, like Satyanshu's baby, was a very interesting thing to be able to create and experiment with, specifically in screenwriting, because इंडिया में स्क्रीन राइटिंग प्रोग्राम्स बहुत ज्यादा है नहीं, हैं भी है तो इतने इंटेंसिव नहीं है. एंड essentially the goal was, what are the impediments that people have, right? अगर मेरे को स्क्रीन राइटिंग पढ़नी है तो क्या प्रॉब्लम है कि अच्छा मेरे पास अगर बॉम्बे जाना है, रहने को घर नहीं है, आई डोंट हैव money to be able to afford it, तो हमने stipend वगैरह create कर दिया था. We essentially realized that the kind of people that we wanted to work with, we'll only have to produce. So and Satyanshu is one of the best teachers in the business. So he really took it upon himself. हमने curriculum बनाया. Obviously, it's all him. Where we now we did 2 batches, right? And hopefully more coming soon. Where even now that's how deep the relationship is and how fulfilling it's been. That even now on a bunch of stuff that I'm working on, it's with it's with people who went through that first draft process, because that wavelength immediately is very similar. Those are for me some of the most exciting sort of moments, जैसे आपने बोला highlights.
So first draft was it a natural progression from you guys? Was it a market opportunity, or were you really looking at a gap of not getting good screenwriters, content writers in Indian ecosystem? What was that?
All three.
Okay.
All three. So the market opportunity, it was an ability to be able to work with people who talk the same language. At the same time, it was also a lot about enabling people with the right training to be able to tomorrow create really cool stuff in the long form space, in the fiction space, non-fiction space, in a sort of guided manner.
What are your maybe 2 or 3, maybe 3 is a good number, what are your top 3 advice or top 3 learnings that you derive from your journey of entire AIB from start to finish, and then that you would want to share with the audience?
I think 2-3 very strong ones very clearly. One is we really bootstrapped. We never raised money from the market. We really were very self-sustainable. In fact, हम ये founders forum वगैरह में जाके joke मारते थे that we are the only profitable CEOs here in this room, because because the Paytms and the Make My Trips of the world are constantly in debt. We are the only ones who are full profit. बताओ हम खिलाते हैं dinner, बताओ कहाँ जाना. So we were very happily bootstrapped, and I really think that inculcates a certain discipline in terms of how you are with money from a company perspective. I think towards the end, we did become slightly more ambitious with our goals. Like for example, when producing a movie, running first draft, that is so, and we would never have been able to do that had we not done the earlier half well.
Right.
That's a major learning that we're implementing now also. The second part, which is again a very major part, which now I know, is that I don't know how the guys feel about it, but in hindsight, I think because all 4 of us were creator first, kind of like a mentality, like we're creative people first. I always feel like if you are a creator, you need a separate CEO who is not a creator. Somebody who is not from your universe, who does not give a shit about emotionally connecting with content. Because I think as creative people, you get very caught up in the creative of यार नहीं ये तो मुझे पसंद है, इसमें मेरे को feel आनी चाहिए, ये चलेगा, ये movie मुझे पसंद है, because a lot of the creative business is a gut business. I really gut wise feel we should do this because you're essentially going instinctive. I feel it's always valuable to have somebody who does not give a shit about content and emotions connected with you being able to do that, and being very by the numbers and very blunt, saying this only makes sense to do if it achieves these benchmarks or not. So another major learning, which is something that is being implemented for sure. Third, but I also really learned to filter out the noise when it came to content, because हुआ क्या था, when we started, we were just the 4 of us.
Right.
And then as you grow, you are 10 and 15 and 20 and 25. And there's a lot of differing opinion. There's a lot of different types of things suddenly in your head which you don't otherwise take into consideration when you just started. So I think one of the things I personally also learned was to filter out the noise. Even though I am by nature a very what do you think, what is your opinion, सबका opinion लेके decide करने वाला type of person in terms of a decision making or a leadership style. But also in that leadership style, I feel like to not get caught up with a variety of opinions and agendas, I think is very important. So I think I sort of learned to develop that part of me as well. It has served me well. And I think I sort of used that as well. And fourth, मैं बोल देता हूँ, even though it's connected to third only. That age-old saying, like, you take care of the process and the results will follow. Most creative businesses are very all over the place in terms of following a process even when it comes to something as simple as writing a show. अगर आप
Okay.
शो लिख रहे हो तो शो लिखने के भी 4 स्टेजेस 5 स्टेजेस होते हैं. पर सबका ना कभी इधर हो जाता है कभी उधर हो जाता है बिकॉज अच्छा आज ये एक्टर ने ये बोल दिया तो ये कर लो, आज उस प्रोड्यूसर ने ये बोल दिया तो ये कर लो, आज ये नहीं मार्केट में ये चल रहा है तो ये कर लो. तो उसमें क्या होता है उस प्रोसेस में ना उस चक्कर में प्रोसेस की बैंड बज जाती है. तुम्हारा प्रोडक्ट सफर करता है एंड में जो तुम क्रिएट करना चाह रहे हो. तो ये हमारा आई थिंक फुल प्रूफ नहीं था एंड आई थिंक ये किसी भी एंटरटेनमेंट कंपनी में फुल प्रूफ नहीं होता है. But I feel like a lot of those learnings in terms of taking care of that process and smoothing that out is something that we take very seriously internally now at Lighter 27. Now that focus on creating that process is something like we are taking, like it's sacrosanct now.
Okay.
To be able to build that. So to be able to create a supply chain, and I'm actually quite proud of what we've achieved even right now, because now every time we have a new idea, we know that to take it from idea to concept, it has to follow an exact process and it's standardized across the board.
Tell me your relationship with money in the early stages of your career. How was it? How did you manage to float? And then secondly, what advice do you give? What hacks, what things you can tell to the people who are now getting into this space, and now what's the survival strategy basically?
I was lucky enough to have grown up in an environment where very rarely or very few times did I ever feel like यार अगर ये पूरा फेल हो गया ना तो सड़क पे आ जाएंगे. Because touch wood, there was enough family support saying to risk ले जाके.
अच्छा.
Which is a very rare and like a position of privilege.
Absolutely.
And you need to always be aware of that. Which is why if say for example to be a comedian, if you don't, and it's really hats off, because it's everybody who becomes a comedian, not everybody comes from like family being able to say okay, kar lo. Which is why a lot of kids who want to become comedians full time, I always am like, wait, if you don't need to leave your job, don't leave your job. Do this the second thing, but don't leave it. Don't turn this into कि मेरे को full time ही करना है. मतलब जल्दबाजी में मत. I am very, and I'm also older and now I'm married, which is a very different state of being.
Right.
When it comes to when you're 23 and chalo yaar. So you have nothing to lose at that point. Right now you're responsible for a lot more things and a lot more people. So I definitely think my relationship with money that way has changed fundamentally, because now there is, I feel, a lot to lose. I feel like there is a lot more discipline, which has come from the fact that you've done the process once where you've not taken investor money, you've essentially plowed your own money back into the system and helped to reap rewards. But what I am trying to do at this particular stage, and this is always a process, is make sure everybody working with me in the team, especially for example now with lockdown, so much has changed, right? To always know to have enough of a runway for you to be able to sustain, whereas back in the day we never thought of it like that. We were very much month to month, 2 months to 2 months, without thinking about runways, without thinking about if this goes wrong, what happens. Right now a lot of that modeling has fundamentally changed, and I feel like with most businesses now post-COVID, I think in general this would have happened already if it hasn't happened now.
Right.
Our business, especially, is when you are a screenwriter, is a very messed up business when it comes to cash flow. People need to know that as well. That you will sign so I'll tell you how a screenwriting contract works. I'll give you an example.
Suppose
आपको कोई प्रोडक्शन हाउस कह रहा है कि 5 लाख रुपए देंगे आपको स्क्रिप्ट लिखने के, थम्स अप, आपको मिलेगा 10% साइनिंग पे, ठीक है, 50,000 रुपए आ गए. फिर वो कहेंगे आप पहला ड्राफ्ट जब भेजोगे ना स्क्रिप्ट का, तब आपको 10% और दे देंगे. तो वो लग जाएंगे आपको 3 महीने मिनिमम.
ओके.
तो वो अगले 10% के लिए आप 3 महीने बाद इनवॉइस फाड़ोगे. 3 महीने बाद इनवॉइस फाड़ोगे तो 2 महीने बाद चेक आएगा. तो आपको सस्टेन करने के लिए 6 मंथ का है क्या?
हाँ, very
Right.
interesting.
So to be a screenwriter is like, you know how most freelance writers, it's always a process of following up on your invoices,
Oh.
because it's a very bad cash flow business.
Okay.
So somebody like me, I still have an advantage of I can do shows, I can do brand stuff, I can do 10 other things which sort of help me cushion my runway a little bit. Otherwise, it's brutal. The number of screenwriters I know and I talk to every day right now, मैं start ही conversation ऐसे करता हूँ कि check clear हुआ क्या? तो क्योंकि people don't know this also. This is how tough it is to be a writer. आपने पूरा स्क्रिप्ट लिख लिया, आपको यूजुअली सिर्फ 50-60% मिलता है पेमेंट. उसके बाद पिक्चर जब शूट होती है फिर आपको 10% और मिलता है. फिर पिक्चर शूट होना खत्म हो जाती है, फिर आपको 10% और मिलता है. फिर जब पिक्चर रिलीज हो जाती है, अब आप ये देख लो कि वो 5 लाख रुपए के लिए जो आपने मेहनत की है, उसका आखिरी 50,000 रुपए आपको 2 साल बाद मिलेगा. क्या आप रेडी हो? वो पिक्चर अगर फ्लॉप हो जाए फिर आपको 3 महीने कोई नहीं देखेगा.
अच्छा,
क्या आप रेडी हो? अगर वो पिक्चर हिट हो जाए फिर सभी आ जाएंगे.
हाँ. So it's a tough business to be in, right?
That's why I said you need to love the process of writing. If you don't love the process, if you don't love the story, देखो, every writer has done this, and I can guarantee you, everybody has written garbage stuff only for money, जिसमें उनका नाम भी नहीं आया, जिसमें नाम भी नहीं आया.
Absolutely.
मेरा नाम नहीं आना चाहिए.
You of course have spoken a bit about your relationship with the family. They've been very supportive. But what's your advice for young guys, for young creators, wherein they don't find a family support, or maybe what's the way to kind of bring family on your side, because you have to be with them, of course?
Only way to bring family in your side is to be successful.
Okay.
Honestly. Because I feel like वही है यार, आपके 2 वीडियो हिट हो जाएंगे, आपके मम्मी पापा सडनली प्राउड हो जाएंगे. वो बगल में शर्मा अंकल का फोन आ जाएगा कि आपके बेटे की फोटो देखी मैंने, बड़ा अच्छा लगा, तो सडनली खुश हो जाएंगे. तो वो आई रियली थिंक दैट्स द ओनली वे. मुझे ये भी लगता है कि आज की मार्केट में don't leave. If you have a job, don't leave it. Do it on the side so that at least you have some backing. That you are not leaving everything caution to the wind. Because I also feel like आज की डेट में ना हमारा कल्चर बहुत वो हो गया है, वो फॉलो योर पैशन वाला कल्चर बहुत हो गया है. तो करो फॉलो योर पैशन, बट वो फॉलो योर पैशन के चक्कर में सबको इन्फ्लुएंसर बनना है, तो सभी नौकरियां छोड़ रहे हैं, वो भी खराब है. I feel like you need to be a little more balanced in terms of, and there are so many people like that. There are so many comics I know who, when they reach that tipping point कि अब मैं sustain कर सकता हूँ और अब मेरे पास runway है, तब करो, बहको मत बस. Take a measured approach, and when you think the point is right, you do it. Nobody is saying don't do it. Do it at the right time. Okay.
And
so I feel pressure बहुत है ना कि लोग क्या कहेंगे अगर अनसक्सेसफुल हो गए, वो प्रेशर मत लो. You need to love the process enough.
Right. I have now a few light-hearted rapid fire questions for you. You do something around basketball also. I know you have a sneaker collection and you have been to NBA also. So what's that thing? Because that is something which nobody knows about you. Yeah.
No, so I am obsessed with basketball. I wake up, अभी तो खैर रात को आ रही हैं games, but so I have a basketball team. Ranvijay runs a league called the Street Ball League. इसका in fact season 2 start होने वाला था अभी lockdown से पहले. And the idea of the league was essentially to encourage amateur basketball talent from India and provide them an opportunity to be able to be seen on a better stage. So last year we did the first season. It was a very interesting trial. We got great players from across the country. So I have a team in the league, and anything associated with promoting Indian basketball, मेरे को कोई फोन करके बोलता है मैं पहुंच जाता हूँ. I'm obsessed with the sport.
What's the secret formula of going viral? Because I think AIB decoded pretty well. So please tell our audience what's the secret formula of going
देखो
viral.
आज की डेट का सीक्रेट फॉर्मूला है गाड़ी में बैठ के गालियां निकालो. ठीक है. आज की डेट का ठीक है. कोई भी ऐसे इमोटिव सब्जेक्ट पकड़ो और बैठ जाओ गाड़ी में. और तो ये है सीक्रेट फॉर्मूला. हमारे टाइम पे तो देखो अलग होता था. तो अब मैं क्या ही बताऊं. हमारे जमाने में नहीं आता. हम करते होते तो we never played it from a secret sauce point of view. But of course this is again pre Geo days. But we really, the only thing that we sort of used as a metric was, is this going to make us laugh? If it was a subject that was slightly emotive or topical, but we only made it if we really genuinely felt strongly about it. Because नहीं तो वो ना ऑडियंस को भी पता चल जाता है कि ये सिर्फ टॉपिक ट्रेंड हो रहा है इसलिए बना रहे हैं. वो ऑडियंस झूठ पकड़ लेती है. So for us it was anything that was emotive to us as people, what we would want to do about, punch it up with as many jokes as possible. Secret formula जो हमने एक दो बारी trick use भी किया है. We were very lucky that we got an opportunity to work with so many incredibly talented people. So जैसे इरफान सर के साथ जब हम इरफान सर के साथ काम करने का मौका मिला तो हमने कहा कि इरफान सर ने क्या नहीं किया है. इरफान सर ने डांस किया, उनको डांस कराते हैं, मजा आएगा. तो एंड ही वाज आल्सो सो सपोर्टिव. तो हमें वो करने में बहुत मजा आता था. द स्टफ दैट वी वांटेड पीपल टू, जो हम चाहते थे लोगों के साथ करना. बट अदरवाइज इट वाज मेक इट फनी, मेक इट टॉपिकल, मेक इट टाइमली, genuinely give a shit and have a point of view. वो भी आज की डेट में है. यू नीड टू हैव अ पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. बिकॉज अगर तुम्हारे या तो हेटर्स वायरल कर देंगे या सपोर्टर वायरल कर देंगे, कोई ना कोई तो कर ही देगा.
लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द फैन मोमेंट्स. सबसे वाहियात फैन मोमेंट क्या था? सबसे वियर्डेस्ट क्या था? सबसे बेहतरीन क्या था?
मैं बहुत एंटी सोशल हूँ. दैट्स वन थिंग पीपल डोंट नो अबाउट मी. आई एम वेरी एंटी सोशल बिकॉज आई एम वेरी हैप्पी सिटिंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ माय कंप्यूटर राइटिंग ऑल डे. तो अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल लाइक, तो एक बहुत फन था. There was, I don't know which, somewhere I was at some airport. तो एक बंदा आके ऐसे टैप किया तो कह रहा है फोटो ले लूं, और मैं बहुत awkward हूँ. तो मेरे को फोटो लेना अच्छा नहीं लगता. तो और सुबह 5 बजे 5:30 बजे. तो मैंने कहा नहीं यार छोड़ना, मतलब क्या. तो कह रहा है कि तो बट सी पीपल इंटरप्रेट इट रॉन्गली. कह रहे एक तो इतना बड़ा है भी नहीं, फिर तू एटीट्यूड दे रहा है. तो मैं कहा यार अब where do I start explaining to this person fucking social anxiety and not wanting to take pictures. अब वो बुरा मान गया और चला गया. बोला यार shit. अब वो कहाँ समझाते फिर कि यार मुझे अच्छा है, it's not you, I just hate
it's not you, it's me.
I hate getting these photos taken. तो वो था, वो मैं हंसा बहुत है. when he said that I really laughed. I was like, well, fair, इसका approach correct है.
We'll now pick up a few questions from the audience side which have already come. What's your take on new content creators trying to make sketches on a very low budget? How should one go about it?
I think it's fantastic. I think so many man started with Bhuvan, Be Unique, Saloni is so funny. Shubham. I think that the fact that you don't need to do, I mean, I personally am thoda spoiled. So if something has like sexier production values and stuff like that, I always enjoy watching it more. But I think these guys are awesome because, again, right, persistence, timeliness, emotive subjects, funny.
Right.
So everybody is hitting the same sort of benchmark. So I really enjoy watching the content. I follow them all fairly religiously on Instagram. So it makes me laugh a lot.
But I think this person wants to understand how to go about it. Like how do you enter? How do you do it?
Literally, there is no process. Then pick up your camera and start. None of these people have. Just look at answer the question. What do I genuinely care about that I want to talk about? What is my point of view that I don't feel other people are bringing forward? And try and say it in your own way without trying to copy anyone. Because if you have a subject that you care about, तुम्हारा content ट्रूथफुल होगा, तुम झूठ नहीं बोल रहे होगे, तुम किसी को कॉपी नहीं कर रहे होगे, और तुम्हारा यूनिकनेस होगा जो ऑडियंस अपने आप ढूंढ लेगी. So because it's you don't need fancy studio and set and stuff like that, everybody is
Right.
putting their phone together only, na. So just वो तीन चीजें याद रखो and start. The worst thing will happen is nobody will watch it. The best thing that will happen is the whole world will watch it, and it's
Right.
there is only an upside. The downside तो है ही नहीं.
How do I start with a premise if I want to start with stand up? Couldn't move forward with the process.
So the easiest premise, starting with a premise, the easiest process is what is the thing that irritates me the most, or what is the thing that irritates me about X, and then putting down the list of what are those things that irritate you and why. So that is the first building block that you can start with, because then that will give you so what makes stand-up funny? It's the exploration of your own psychology.
Okay.
Right. So if you can say I hate babies, that's not funny. That's not funny. That's a statement. That's your premise. Why you hate babies is what will give you the joke. Saying I hate babies because they cry, not gonna probably make somebody laugh. But if you say I hate babies because I don't know, they are better looking than me and hence I don't get any attention, maybe that's a slightly different way of tackling it. You know, I mean, that's not fun, but you get what I'm trying to do in terms
absolutely.
of take a situation, see what is the premise, what is irritating you, and then how do you attack it. So that is the simplest way to kickstart it, the process.
Okay. How do you think pivoting can work for comedians as well? Do you think pivoting can work for comedians as well, like creating vlogs, learning videos, education podcasts, etc., or is it necessary not to pivot?
No, you have to pivot. You can't. If you see anyone right now, everybody's trying to do that only. Na, either they're trying to be a short form creator, or they're getting into gaming, or they're doing what do you call screenwriting. Everybody is essentially looking at upskilling almost with a different, either in a different vertical entirely, or being in the same ecosystem but learning a new skill.
Absolutely.
Most comedians are also writers. Some of them are also actors. Some of them are also hosts. Some of them are also screenwriting. Some of them are also gaming. So you just need to know in all of the pivoting what is your core. You need to just know what your core is. Like, I know my core is screenwriting, but I also love comedy. So I will pivot around this. So you need to figure what your core is first before you decide.
What are the few differences between screenwriting for OTT platform and screenwriting for film industry, film release in theater? Is there a difference in process for both of them?
Film industry will really depend producer to producer what is the writing process that they follow. It depends on what is the kind of movie that you are making. Are you writing a film which is supposed to be a 100 crore masala entertainer blockbuster where people don't give a shit about logic? For OTTs, it's a lot more streamlined in the sense that there are specific things that you need to follow. The first stage is the concept note. The second stage is called a show Bible. The third stage is the pilot. Once the pilot gets approved, then you have to write the rest of the episodes. So it's a very streamlined process. And at every process, there is somebody who's giving you feedback consistently, saying ki pilot tak. So there is a lot of times where you will write you will work on it for 4 months and 5 months. And pilot लोगों को पसंद नहीं आया and खत्म. Sorry, मजा नहीं आया, तुम्हें तब तक के पैसे मिल जाएंगे, then you restart. With films, it's a totally different thing. With films, you don't have those many processes. I mean, you do, but and also that's also true that a lot of films that you write will never get made. So you just write. There's no guarantee that it will get made. With OTTs also, there is a higher possibility it will get made. Because OTTs will only invest in that story idea if they genuinely think they want to make it. Films के लिए तुमने कोई story लिखी और suddenly कुछ मैं example दे रहा हूँ, bad example. तुमने 1 साल पहले कोई script लिखी कि जिसमें Indian और Chinese soldier दोस्त बन गया. अब वो नहीं बन रही 10 साल के लिए.
सही बात है. हाँ.
है ना? और
वो अब 1 साल तुम्हारा वेस्ट हुआ, उसके जो तुम्हें मिल गए, अब नाउ यू कीप इट, एंड 10 साल बाद अगर दोस्ती होगी तो निकाल लेना, तो खत्म. OTTs will not invest in those kind of ideas also beyond a point which can fundamentally go haywire.
Sure.
And also OTTs will give you the opportunity to write a lot of stuff which you can't do in films. Films में you can't tell a story of 2 teenagers trying to kill zombies. You know, इंडिया में नहीं बिकेगी. इंडिया में फिल्म में होएगा कि हीरो कौन है, हीरोइन कौन है, टीनेजर थोड़ी होएगा हीरो हीरोइन, तो हटाओ. So the limit, every platform comes with their own limits. OTTs have slightly more freedom of genre.
Let's do a wrap. Thank you so much for giving and sharing so many very interesting insights.
No
and I hope I will host you another time, because I think it was super fun chatting with you.